Oh, here we are, potentially in the last game of the tournament, guys. This is going to be really, really pressure-filled. We've got ST.Aphrodite and the Terran in the top right going up against DaSakura, the Zerg in the bottom left. We've got a little bit of blue versus pink, on Tal'Darim Altar, and this is a seriously pressure-filled game. It is the large final of a double elimination tournament. $100 goes to the winner, $50 for whoever gets second in this 6th Iron Lady Cup that's happening, and this is going to be really, really, really important for whoever wins this, because this could be, depending on if Sakura wins, it's the end of the tournament. She wins. She won the winner's bracket final, which means she doesn't need to win a second best of 3. If Aphrodite wins this game, we get to go into a second series as second best of 3, and the winner of that will then go ahead and basically take the tournament. Like, that'll be the deciding best of 3. So we'll see if after they can go ahead, pull a win, and then pull in another 2 wins before Sakura does, because that is really, really hard to do. Both these players are incredibly high caliber. Sakura is taking a lot of games off of Aphrodite. Aphrodite is a Korean pro gamer with StarTale, and that's a pretty big deal. We are in the Iron Lady Cup, guys. This is a purely female tournament. For anybody who's female out there, can go ahead and get into the female scene of StarCraft 2. The Girls of StarCraft Facebook is a closed group that you guys can go ahead and get in, make some friends, practice partners, the like. You can also go to, everyone else you guys can go to at Iron Lady ESL for their Twitter, and there's also a Facebook fan page for facebook.com/ESL Iron Lady. You can also go to ironladyse2.com. These are all great ways to go ahead, show some appreciation for these tournaments, and make sure that more can happen, because this is a monthly, awesome, amazingly fun tournament, and I want everyone to have fun. And that's a purely selfish goal of mine. I like people when they have fun, so therefore it makes me have more fun, and everyone can have more fun. And who doesn't want more fun? But let's take a look at the build orders. Sakura has gone for the hatchery first, then gone for the pool, and then gone for the extractor, while Ferrari slash Aphrodite has gone for the same thing just every single game. The barracks, the factory, with their refinery in between. It's nothing exactly surprising. Probably going to see a starport next, and some kind of aggression with the Marines, Hellions, even if they take the watchtower and try and do damage in that respect. Because right now, Sakura is really showing a good solid command of how these games have gone. The conventional macro games, Sakura seems to actually have more of a lead. She gets up a nice count of roaches and then pushes in, and at good timings while the mech is still weak, that Aphrodite really goes for, and then wins in that respect. So we're really going to be needing to see how these players will be adapting, because this is a hugely important game. Starport. Who needs adaptation when you do the same thing every single time? We'll see if Cloak is going to be researched or not, and we'll see if Sakura can actually scout this in time to see if there's going to be Cloak or not. That'll be another big part. But we do see the Spine Crawler is about to complete. We only have 3 Marines pushing forward. They might be able to just take down this one Overlord. Maybe not. The Queen's going to move in to defend, but the Queen's now taking some shots. We have another Marine entering the fray, but this Queen is getting progressively more damaged. However, the Overlord's going to retreat. Cancellation being forced on that Roach Warren. Not exactly a big deal. I think the Roach Warren was there early as well, just trying to help against early Hellions, but with only a single Hellion out and non-reactor on the factory, I don't think the Hellions are going to be too much of an issue. What is an issue is the fact that I need to breathe more, because I am speaking too much and not breathing enough, and I don't want to pass out. I've eaten some food, so I'm not going to pass out from that, but lack of oxygen could do it. Oh, O2, how you are necessary to life. To life, Lahayim. Roach Warren's now almost done. We're going to see a nice counter roaches come in. We're going to see it. Oh, look at that Aphrodite wants to run in. The Hellions are in the front, though. They're taking a fair bit of damage from the Queen, but the Queen falls. We have another Queen in play. This Hellion is taking a bit of damage, which is honestly not that good, considering the fact that right now we have Marines and Hellions going to be pushing in, and oh god, there's not that much here to defend at all from Sakura. 30 drones are on the field. Sakura has a lot of food tied up in the roaches and queens and drones that are building, but still, this is an unfortunate amount of damage that this one Hellion is actually doing. Only one kill, but look at all that mining time lost. We have roaches now in the field to go ahead and stabilize, and at the end of the day, Aphrodite's only killed off 3 drones. So now, with that happening, and me needing to have a real meal and go to take a nap, Ferrari's going to be taking her natural expansion. No cloak at all, but the Banshees are going to be coming soon. We see this Overlord's had a very interesting candy cane walkway throughout life. Right now, this Banshee is just hanging out with the natural expansion. Probably looking for any kind of big attacks, like early game attacks with the roaches and the lings. Doesn't seem like that's really going to be the case. So we do see that Sakura did start Lair Tech, which is definitely good. So now, moving forward, still that roaches are taking on the third. We're going to try and get that down. Probably going to see a double expand from Sakura. That's basically what Zergs do, especially in big massive Tal'Darim altar. You defend for the first 8 to 10 minutes, and then when finally there's not that much aggression going to be going up against, you immediately double expand. But there's going to be 2 Banshees moving around. One may just go over here and try and stop a drone from getting that base. That really seems to be like a trademark move of Aphrodite's. So, excuse me, we're going to see if that's going to be taking place. But yeah, first drone goes down, second drone, third drone, and now we've got queens. We're going to have 3 queens. And 1 Banshee almost died, yeah. Second Banshee does move in, so that's going to be good on that one. That one does have a single kill on it, but at the moment it is, let's just see, 46 drones to 35 SUVs, so that's not too bad at all. We do see a very fast third base coming down from Aphrodite. You could easily kill off these rocks and take that there, or theoretically just lift it off and bring it down here. Overseer's going to be morphing and trying to get a scout. If it runs straight up, it should be able to see this command center, and then DaSakura get a very nice double expand happening. But we do have this hatchery being assaulted by these queens. We can see that these queens are targeting down the injured Banshee. They'll get the kill on that one. This Banshee, though, might be able to kill off this queen one-on-one. Now it definitely will, especially with the queen pulling back. Both players trying to play it safe, but this third is very, very vulnerable. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like it will be able to survive, but with not that much health left, any kind of drop or something late in the game, and that could take it out quite easily. Okay, so I need to breathe more. The Spire Tech is almost done, and that's going to be approaching completion in a second. So with that done, we have 2 mutas going down, which is not very good considering that it needs a lot more larvae. Sakura building too many drones and missing the larvae to get down a good solid 11 additional mutas. We do have 1100 gas saved up, and we just need some of those spawn larvae to kick in so we have more mutas. There we go, 6 mutas are coming in now. A couple have popped. Where's... Oh, the queens died. That's where that larva went. That's unfortunate, but now we have 1 Banshee going down to only a couple mutas, but the larva has needs there. This is something that Brood War players are all too familiar with, naked hatcheries, because there are no such thing as spawn larvae. And unfortunately, instead of having 5 hatcheries for what, 5 hatch muta or whatever it is, or I think it's a 5 hatch muta. Isn't there a 5 hatch mutas, or is that 5 hatch hydra? I don't know. 3 hatch muta? That's 2 base? 2 base? I don't know. Whatever, there's a bunch of muta things that you can possibly do. But at the moment, we're going to have a lot of drones actually taking some shots. But with the muta count increasing, we are now at 11 mutas. That's a nice bunch of mutas. We can easily get more, though. We can see that Sakura's already got 600 gas back up again, 500 minerals. We can easily see more and more and more mutas. But instead, we see drones being made and a couple Marines actually losing their lives around. Alright, so now, looking around, we have some mules just dying. We have a lot of supply depots just getting lowered. No turrets, though. No turrets are going down. We do see that those Hellions did take a fair bit of damage. But now we're going to push in and we're going to see a... Oh, God, there's just no anti-air right now. There's their Thors. Yes, there are Thors over there at the top. But still, these mutas are very, very mobile. They could easily run into the middle line of the main base and push in there and try and do some damage in that respect. But still, they take a lot of shots from those Thors. So 3 mutas were taken out. But during this time, this 4th is going up in the bottom middle, and Sakura can easily try and saturate that. We've already got 76 drones on the field compared to 50 SUVs. That's pretty significant. So we have an orbital command at the 3rd. But Aphrodite's killed off more workers than... That's crazy. Aphrodite's killed 15 workers, and yet Sakura's at 74, now losing a couple more. But the whole point stands that Sakura's been re-droning like no other. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. Now the right button's actually been hit. So Sakura's now ahead of the food count by a lot. We've got 7 more drones along the way. We're going up to 76 drones from 69, and that's going to be a rather formidable economy. Okay, so now we've got a nice army composition coming from Aphrodite, but as far as defending goes, trying to get away with only 3 siege tanks over here to do delay tactics, essentially. Scouting nicely with this barracks. Oh, I'm getting so tired. We've got the Roach here, holding the watchtower, holding it down really, really well. So, looking around, we do have a lot more factories going down. 5 factories are continuing to mine. We do have the +2 weapons. I believe it's the +2 weapons. Yes, +2 weapons is being researched for Aphrodite. That's going to be a pretty big deal. Still, if we look around, we've got a lot of Roaches here ready defending us any kind of Hellion run-bys. That's kind of one of the things that Aphrodite really wants to do. Should probably do more, is try and do a little bit more Hellions like into the natural and the main, all that. Like, they're poking around, but they're not being overly active. We are back up to 67 SCV, so Aphrodite's doing a great job of reproducing those workers. But still, Sakura is maxed out, and Aphrodite almost is, and that's going to be a little bit rough. Sakura's going to need to be able to remax so quickly. Right now we do see that his 2-2 is being upgraded, so even though Sakura had a better economy in the last game, this time around Sakura is getting a little bit better in terms of upgrades and possibly even army management. We do see that the mutas are up and alive still, which is definitely a good thing for Zerg. Still, you have this entire army pushing down here, very Hellion heavy, and a 4th base is being taken in the midst of all this too. Best time to get an expansion is always when you push, because it's the safest thing you can do. You can defend it by being aggressive, and now we're going to watch as the scan goes down and the secret turn go down as well. A lot of creep now is going to be taken out. That's unfortunate. Hey, but the lead creep tumor is actually still alive. So siege tanks are there. We can see them regrouping, and now we have a big engagement. We have a good actually set of roach bombs actually happening from the overlords. There's a nice spread of units, but there may just be too much from Aphrodite. We see Sakura remaxing 25 roaches already in production to try and push forward and attack. This Thor is going to be almost picked off. There is an SCV here to help defend, and 2 SCVs actually repairing, which is nice. However, it's not very nice for Sakura. Sakura right now just has these overlords trying to move in, and we've got her slightly ahead in the food count, but not by much. We can see her food count is massive. She needs more larvae, needs more hatcheries, and that everything to move forward. Still, now we're seeing attacking. We've got a single roach being targeted down at the watchtower by those banshees. That's unfortunate. But now we're going to have a big push in. A lot of roaches coming in from the bottom. We're going to try and pick off that Thor. Looks like the mutas will come in and do just that. And now, without that Thor, these mutas have free reign. Oh, that's a big deal. Who wants to see Marines? I mean, Marines. Siege tanks without Marines getting destroyed by mutas. Yikes! 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 All right, so now they're pushing forward. We've got them continuing to attack. being aggressive, and now we see roaches and mutas pull back. They may want to try and hit the third. It's not a planetary fortress. We do have a PF over here in the mid-right, but that's nothing unheard of. And it looks like this barracks will actually fall. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that might be the only thing that's allowing more factories to be built. Yeah, so now we can see that the Ghost Academy and the factory can no longer be built. And that's a big deal when you go mech. You can't get more factories to make more mech units. Alright, so spines are over there in the mid-left. Now we're seeing the attack over here with these roaches trying to press in and do some damage, but that's not looking too good. Aphrodite is really like scrappy right now. This is a really good defense by Aphrodite. The mutas are at a very nice number. We've got, what, 22 mutas here in this group. As for roaches, we've got 27. That's a nice, healthy army, especially with the 2-2 upgrades. Right now, Ferrari's got the +2 attack, but that's about it. Now we're having an engagement here. The mutas are pressing forward, and they're going to try and magic box the Thors, maybe. Instead, they bunch up and all die. That is not exactly good. We see 44 roaches coming in. What? So 44 roaches are coming in, and they're going to be able to try and do some damage. But at the moment, Aphrodite is doing a lot of work on this Zerg army. Just 6 Thors, they're ridiculous. There's multiple corporals in here. Everyone else is still recruit though. Banshees here, that's also still recruit. And we've got a lot more roaches. Now we're maxed at roaches. And we got spawn crawlers going down as well. But it seems that Aphrodite's retreating. We have more SCVs being made. We do have speed done, as well as loading, so we could actually be seeing some kind of drop play, some more drop play actually done. I think we already saw some drop play happening a little bit, but we do see a little bit of an engagement happening in the front. Right now we see Thors and everything being picked off. Aphrodite is losing a lot of her army right now. The roaches are being really aggressive and taking down a good chunk of those Thors. However, the roaches lost their number, and now they can't one-shot Thors. And that's bad. We've another 29 roaches coming in, but Aphrodite is now basically maxed, and just to get to the point where she just does not die. We've already got the +1 vehicle plating researched, and right now we see nothing else being researched by Aphrodite at the armory. Yikes. Looking around, Sakura is continuing to try and macro up. This base on the left is now basically saturated. Hive Tech is out, but where's Greater Spire? There's the Greater Spire. We're going to be watching as those cruisers are going to move in and try and get some. But look at the anti-air for Aphrodite. We've got a few Vikings, but only 4. 4 Vikings and 8 Thors. This is not the best force ever. Still, we have bases in the top left going down for both players. That could get awkward at times. But everything's looking to still be pretty solid. Right now we've got a lot of Thors and Hellions and tanks, SCVs, Vikings, pushing down the map, trying to be good, solid, and aggressive. We do have a few Broodlords coming in, but they're actually taking a fair bit of damage. This one guy might be taking out. There we go. Now we're going to see them pushing forward, and now we're going to have all of those units taking damage from those Broodlords. Still, with the amount of Vikings that are out and Thors still having a range, those are not lasting long, and I think we might be seeing a second best of 3 right now. Aphrodite is maxed and just is not dying. Sakura, on the other hand, is dying and not even close to max, which is not exactly an ideal position to be in when you're trying to win a war game. You kind of want to be able to have an army. Still, we have another Broodlord being morphed down there. Unfortunately, I don't know how well it's going to go. Because here, the second that it attacks, the aggro will go from those Overlords to this Broodlord. I gotta take it out. Mute point. Or moot point, not mute point. I continue pushing forward. Broodlords going down. Looks like Sakura may be losing this game. This is not looking pretty. Aphrodite is maxed. Aphrodite's got a lot of minerals and gas and everything. So there's GG. We're moving on to a second best of